Sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's green where you water it, and we water the grass here.
Tell us what it was like being at the dunk last night.
That was the most chaotic environment I've ever been in my life.
Friartown is Titletown tonight.
Here's Pip, guarded by Gillespie. Steps back, spins, fires! Woo! Pip gets!
Who run shit like me? Top 5 basically. I still play for keeps, ain't no fantasy, hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Divine Providence. This is episode 35. We are coming off of a fantastic win at Mohegan Sun. It's finally great to be able to say those words. The curse has been broken, and we had an awesome live show. So thanks for everyone that showed up to the live show. It was so great to be in front of you guys, just doing what we love, making some jokes, hanging out. Mac was in the building. Mac, how are we feeling tonight after the win?
We're recording Monday night. I think I'm just starting to come down from the high that was Saturday at Mohegan. The live show was awesome. Shout out to everyone that came out. Friars put on. Stefan Vox put on the Superman cape a little bit there towards the end. Great day all around. I said Saturday, that was the most fun I've had watching a Friars game since February of 2024. So it's been probably 21 months since I've had that much fun watching the Friars play basketball.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, Mac. That was so much fun on Saturday. The live show was unbelievable. To see the turnout, for people to come to see us talk Providence ball just meant a lot to me. And I know you guys too. Someone from the sports book even came up to me and said they do a lot of podcasts there and they don't really hear much from anyone, but they had a ton of people coming up to staff being like, is this where the Divine Providence podcast is? Like, people were seeking us out. They were excited to come and watch us. So thank you so much to everybody that came out. And then, going into the game, so many Friar fans in there. And I've said this a million times, coming off a down year last year, and then, off to a little bit of a shaky start, to see that the fan base continually show up game after game, no matter what, just speaks volumes about how great this fan base is.
Yeah. How lucky are we, to have this fan support and these fans behind us. And, but I will say one thing. I will say I am exhausted from Mohegan Sun, and I know I have some unique health circumstances that maybe contribute toward that, but I am very, very broken. My body is broken. I am 100% with Mike's dad. Mohegan is I'm good on Mohegan for a while. Like, I'm good on it for a while.
Yeah.
It's just your body is just broken.
I said the same thing. I'm good on Mohegan for a while. I'm Moheganed out. Thank you for having us. We had a great time. 2 games. It's enough. I just want to watch my team at our home court, the Amica Mutual Pavilion, and I can't wait for all the games we got coming up. We got Section 10 night coming up. URI's coming in. The Big East slate. Let's just get back home and let's have some fun at home.
Get me back to God's country. Get me back to the AMP. It was awesome to, finally break the curse. Like you said, I'm good on Mohegan for a little bit now. You know what I mean? Who knows? 11 months down the road, we could be like, all right, get me to Mohegan. I want to have a day, spend a day at the casino, watch the Friars play ball. Who knows? Leb, you had mentioned your unique health situation. This is the first time we're recording since your big announcement.
Yeah.
So I do want to give you your flowers. Obviously, congrats on the kidney. Shout out to Mama Leb as well. At Mohegan, it was awesome to see people going up and congratulating you. Well deserved. And not to glaze, but Friartown's a better place with Leb in it. So
thank you.
Glad you're not going anywhere.
I mean, I don't know if anyone that's listening will remember the first show that Mac and I did. And I know I've talked about this before. It's kind of like a place of gratitude. But the first show, like I literally was in the hospital because of complications of kidney failure. Like I had like hypercalcemia, whatever. Not going to bore you guys with all the details. But, in the first episode we did, I recorded from a hospital bed. And like now, the show has grown so much, and we just had a live show, and I have an official date for the kidney transplant, which is December 8th, by the way, if anyone was curious. So I'm only going to miss 2 games at the Amp, probably. But, yeah, so, it's just a lot of gratitude. And I appreciate it, Mac. And shout out to my mom. She's the GOAT, for sure.
If there was ever a time to glaze, the time is now. Glazing the shit out of you right now, Lev. When you told us that news about your mom giving you her kidney, it made my year. And I said this to you via text, just you and I the other night. I've only known you for a few months. Same with Mac. You guys already feel like brothers. And I've thanked you a million times. I'll thank you again for having me on this show this year. And I'm just so happy. And it feels like such a relief to know that you're in good hands now. And thank you so much to your mom again. She's an absolute saint. I'm just so thrilled about the news. And I'm so thrilled for you after to get back on your feet and get back to the Amp and do what you love and do what we all love and to do it together.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, it's all my mom. So my mom deserves all the credit. And just a quick note on that. My transplant team told me that the scenario that I had presented itself for me, which was like taking the deceased donor, they said they had never seen that before where it lined up like that. Wow. Because I had been referred the deceased donor kidney from a friend of a friend that passed away. And it's just an incredibly rare situation. So it's never been done before. And that means that the Friars are going to win a goddamn national championship. That's never been done before. 2 things in 1 year. So, I mean, I think that it's written in the stars at this point.
Yeah, it was just another layer to the roller coaster of emotions that was Saturday. Like, seeing the turnout for the live show was awesome. Obviously, getting the news a day or two before that, obviously you were receiving a kidney. Seeing, you get your flowers, everyone congratulating you, that was awesome. And then the Friars breaking the Mohegan curse, and I'm probably down $200-300 right now. So, like, it was just a perfect storm of just a great day to be a Friar fan.
It really was. And then for them to top it off with a win, like, it's just the cherry on top. And then we all met up after. We had a good time. We had a hotel room. We had our friends brought 230 racks. So we said, come up. So you guys brought all your friends. It was me and all my Rhode Island friends. We were up chopping it up. You guys met a bunch of new people. I met a bunch of new people. So it was just a great full circle moment for everybody. And like I said, I feel like I logged 30 minutes in that game. I was exhausted walking out of that arena, yelling my absolute face off along with all my friends. We were on a diagonal corner, and I could see you guys across the way behind the PC bench. You guys were losing your fucking minds just as much as we were. We are a fucking batshit fan base, but we love our team. We love our team, and we show it, and we show up. And I know the team sees this. I know the coaching staff sees this. I mean, they could hear you guys for sure, especially on a couple of those calls with the refs. We'll talk about the refs and how atrociously officiated that game was.
And their late night plans after the game.
Oh yes. Lots to talk about. No, but dude, we reconvened at Bow and Arrow after the game. And when I saw Mike, he was dripping. His hands were on his knees. He just logged 39 minutes in the Big East tournament, against fucking Syracuse or something back in the day. He just played 6 overtimes, it was absolutely electric. The problem, Mohegan, they pump the oxygen in there. So you feel good, you really you have that energy. It's you're clear headed. You just feel good. You got a lot of energy, but that does nothing for your body. So the second you leave that place, your body is just in shambles. My back was I can't walk. But you feel this buzz. And for someone with kidney failure who I feel hungover 24/7, that's my normal state. I was I feel great right now. I felt normal. But then you leave and you just feel so bad. And you just I just got into bed and dude, unbelievable.
It's a marathon.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Sanhegan Saturday is a marathon, man.
I know. We me and Mac miss you. But we definitely it was Sanhegan for us for sure. We were out, Mac's group, my group, we were out pretty late that night. So we definitely missed you. But it took a lot out of me too, because, and I always think of the worst, and I got to get better at this. I got to be more positive like you guys. But when we're going back and forth with Penn State, I just kept thinking of like the scenarios like, fuck, if they lose this game, we're in deep shit. So I was just like, please pull this out. And they did.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Well said. That was electric. Like I said, that was the most fun I've had watching a Friars game in a while. I think part of it had to do with the proximity to the game. Shout out to the Colettas again for the tickets. We were right behind the bench, just close enough where I could let the refs hear it. That I don't like blaming the refs a lot, but there's something to be said for that officiating crew the other night.
Yeah, it was horrid, and you guys were, so I was like directly behind the bench. You guys were on the other side of the row, so you were a little closer to center court. So you had an even better angle of when they were reviewing the Oswin goal offensive interference play. And you guys were like right at the monitor and just like yelling at the refs, like, and they still made the wrong call.
Horrible.
I could see the monitors clear as day, and I wish there was a video of it. Like, I wish the broadcast caught it. I'm like hanging over the railing, like, that's two, ref. That's two, ref. Use your eyes, ref. You've seen it 10 times, ref. Yeah, and like you said, they still got the call wrong. But and then I think there was another. If you watch it back at the end of the first half, Penn State hits a 3. But he didn't get it off in time before the buzzer.
It was obvious that he didn't get it off either.
Very clear in real time. Refs called it good, so they could go to the monitor. And Kim was giving the guy a hard time. He's like, it's not good. Like, why even review it? Like,
I call it good. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're giving Penn State the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, let's quality assure. Let's triple check. And Kim's like, why are you doing that? Like, the shot's not good. And the refs just like laughing at Kim. I'm like, what? Like, this is so blatant. It was like they didn't even take Kim seriously. Like, that's so biased in my opinion.
That's what I was yelling at them when they were coming back down my end. They kept laughing about stuff. I'm like, guys, what's so funny?
Yeah.
What is so funny? The whole game, they're getting together, they're laughing. I'm like, this isn't a funny performance by you guys. You should be embarrassed, especially going back to the goaltending. It was clear as day. What are you guys looking at here? The ball was completely out of the cylinder and he tapped it back in. They're coming back. They're talking together. They're laughing about that. I know they could hear us because the PC fans were going absolutely nuts because all of our fans knew what was at stake. So that, like, and Lev, you said it was like a March Madness game. Like it literally felt like it was an NCAA tournament game in there. That's how crazy we were going because our season's on the line. And here they are laughing about it. And I just feel like refs just try to stick it to us. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being biased and a crazy fan, but I don't know. I watched the Tim Donaghy doc the other night too, so I'm completely off on the refs right now. So bad timing for me. But
yeah. No, this was the first time where I actually was so alarmed at the biased officiating where I genuinely thought like maybe we are on the other end of a rigging. I mean, it's rampant in sports right now because of sports betting. And it does happen, and one of the refs, we did find out he one of the guy, his name was Adam. I think you may have saw him out at the bar. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
He is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So he, someone chirped him about that and he like kind of smiled, but dude, what he said to Kim. So I couldn't hear what the ref said to Kim. He said it very quietly, and I think he said that so like the people behind the bench couldn't hear it. And then his explanation to Kim was like pissed. He was like, "That's absurd." You could hear him. And then Kim started like yelling like the dude or the ref that made the call shouldn't be able to review the play. Like that's what Kim and he said it like loud enough so the fans behind the bench could hear it. And he like I think they know like where we are, what we're doing, and I thought that was a good point by Kim because there's some clear bias there by the one that made the actual call. Like there's 2 other officials, let them review it. Take the guy that made the call out of the equation completely and
Right.
just get the call right.
Yeah, he was at the guy Adam. He was at the country bar we were at. He was by himself. We didn't say anything to him.
Thought about it.
But thought about it. Just like this is. I don't want to start this shit right now, but someone might have said one thing about PC. There was so many Providence fans just everywhere, especially at the country bar we were at. And obviously, PC won. Everyone wanted to stick around and like have a good time, so the fans were everywhere. And I also wonder if you walked in there and saw there was just a shit ton of people with Providence stuff on. He stood there, was looking around, and then like he walked out like almost immediately. But yeah, just not a good showing from the fellas the other day.
I'm sorry.
We were standing at a table at the country bar, and I'm just like talking to Mike and the guys or whatever, and guy walks by. I go, Mike, is that the fucking ref? I was like, is that the guy?
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Is that the guy who was literally rigging the game for our favorite team 2 hours ago?
What a ballsy move, man! What a ballsy move! Like, just go get Krispy Kreme and like get a decaf coffee and like watch a movie in the room.
Go
like,
hit the slots, man. Hit the slots.
Yeah, hit the slot. What are you doing? You're crazy. No. He's got balls.
Listen,
you know that we're everywhere.
You're in Dunk West, brother.
You're
in Friar country.
Dude, I mean, that guy, he just loves to smoke. He was probably headed to Brad's after or some shit. Like the fucking, I can't believe that, dude. That's absolutely insane. I think it would have been acceptable, like socially, if you just like said to him politely, like, rough game today, man. Like, what was going on? Like, he would have been like, oh, fuck off or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I don't think you would have got like that mad about it if someone was just like, dude, pretty rough game, huh?
I suggested going up to him, Mike and I asking to take a picture with him, and then posting it on the Divine Providence account, being like, "This guy sucks at his job." But Mike was like, I think Mike was feeling nice, and he was just like, "I'll say something stupid. We can't do that."
Yeah.
Or we said because he walked out, we were like, if he comes back, there was like 10 of us. We weren't going to say anything. We all just would have done this. It's like, that's 2 teeth. Get out, dude. Get out.
I'm making charge calls in the middle of the bar. I'm like,
no, I think that would have been fun. I would have laughed.
That would have been funny.
But his reaction would have been a tell. If he genuinely is just a shitty ref, he probably would have like laughed. But if he was in on it, like if he was on the take, then he would get like wicked uncomfortable because like that's just human nature at that point. Like you're just like, fuck, like they got me.
To his credit, like if they were on the take or anything crazy like that, he's staying in his fucking room. There's no way this guy is coming out to have one beer by himself. He was with nobody else.
He was just walking around.
He was just roaming. Like I was like, wow,
dude. That ref laughing at Kim, being like he's like laughing, being like, calm down, like we're gonna review it, with the halftime 3, like that just drove me up a wall. Like he was just like geeking out, like like we made the wrong call, but we're gonna change it. But we already got screwed once on a review. Why make the call? Like make the right call, and then if you or at least try your best to make the right call, and then if you have to review it, then you have to review it. Mm-hmm. But don't just call it good for the sake of calling it good because it fucking went in. Like if it's 5 minutes after the buzzer sounds and they hit a 3, like what are you going to call it? Go be like, oh, we'll review it. Like it was clearly not good. So just don't call it good if it's not good.
I knew immediately too. I saw it, buzzer went off, and I was like, no chance. Went to go take a piss immediately. I'm like, I'm not even going to stick around and wait for this. Like, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So obviously not good, but what was good was that second half from the Friars.
Yeah, definitely.
Came out red hot out of the locker room. People were getting fired up out of the locker room. And I was like, I thought we were going to go on a run and just kind of have it in our back pocket for the game, which wasn't the case. They made us sweat it out a little bit at the end, but Stefan Vox, guys, I mean, didn't have the best shooting night, but when we needed him the most, he hit the shots. I've watched that sequence at least 97 times already with the 3, come down, stealing, getting in the passing lane, pull up, step back, bow. Badass.
I like last year, if you told me that happened, like I would have like that. You watched a different team play like that. That was so beautiful to watch. And honestly, you got to give Kim a lot of credit because this is 2 games in a row now where they've went into the locker room after, I wouldn't say the first half against Penn State was bad. I felt like there was a lot of things going against them, but I felt like they could have easily been up 7, 8 points going into the locker room. But they come out, make some adjustments, and really the second half was competitive, but it didn't really ever feel like it was out of their control. I think we were a little more nervous based on the stakes and based on the history of Mohegan. But realistically speaking, the game wasn't in question all that much in the second half.
And shout out to Kim. Obviously, you mentioned it. That's 2 second halves where the team came out of the locker room and they just looked like a completely different ball club.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 2 sides to every story. And I've seen a lot of people saying oh, if you think Kim English did a good job coaching, you're crazy. Do I think it was a Kim English masterclass? Absolutely not. If Kim English had a masterclass, we pumped that team by 20. It's an inexperienced team. I think it was a good matchup for us. But like you said, you got to give credit where credit's due. Devin Carter fan page on Twitter posted the sequence where Vox hit the first 3 of the 2, with around 2 minutes left.
Right.
And right off the inbound, that off-ball screen from Ryan, the play Kim drew up where they're in the zone, Mila's at the free throw line, Vox kicks it to the wing. The guard at the top shifts over, doesn't see Mila setting the screen. Vox flares out, wide open look.
Yeah.
That's a great simple play. And if you have a guy like Vox who can hit that shot consistently like that, what more can you ask for? That was a fantastic inbound play. Loved it. Like you said, Mike, I've watched it a million times. I can't stop watching it. And then the next trip down, Vox jumps a passing lane. Looks like Devin Carter has a wide open lane and says, nope, I'm good. Step back, split cack. Dude, that was genuinely one of the most electric sequences I've seen in person in probably 2 years.
Yeah. And we've been saying that too, about how let's draw something different up for Vox or one of our shooters that isn't just some of these kind of lazy pick and rolls, some of the ISO, and you're late in the shot clock and you're firing them off. Because let's be honest here, a lot of that did happen in this game, especially in the first half. There was a little bit of a slog in the offense at times, and guys were taking shots way too early in the shot clock. They weren't getting good looks. They did not shoot the ball well. Let's be real. They were 6 for 33 from 3-point range, which is not great at all. But they hit, like we said, they hit the shots when they needed them the most. But look what happened when you drew up some new sort of action for our shooters. They got better looks and it was more of a catch and shoot in rhythm with Vox. We hope to see more of that going forward. I think that they're seeing hey, that kind of stuff is working and not more of the ISO ball and, guys are trying to create their own shots. So hopefully we'll see more of that going forward. And you just had a bad shooting night. If you hit a few more of those threes, the game would have never been in question. I don't think anyone saw that day coming from Edwards. He just didn't have a great day. He didn't shoot the three well. He wasn't great from the free throw line, and that's fine. But it just happened to be a day where nobody really got that hot. But the reason why you're in the game, you played great defense. Okay, you held them to 65 points. Penn State was 22 for 66 from the field. They only shot 33% from the field. Your defense won you that game for the first time this year, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Definitely. The offense had a slightly off night, but the one thing about this team that I'm genuinely never going to be concerned about, as long as everyone, of course, is healthy, is the offense. They are, I think, in my opinion, going to continue to get better, and I don't think there's going to be too many instances where we look and be like, this offense is just bleak. Obviously that was probably their worst performance. The other thing too, which I could notice, especially sitting directly behind the bench twice at Mohegan, is the footprint that Tibaldi has on the offense is very, very strong. Whenever something good or bad happens, Kim is immediately talking to Brian Tibaldi and either, telling him we need more of that or just notating it with him. So like I think that's I think he is an offensive mastermind. Honestly, I really think he's kind of what we needed. Not to talk bad about Tomlinson. I'm not really sure, his impact on the offense, but I think last year the narrative was we need to hire someone to run the offense. I think Tibaldi's doing a lot of that. So big shout out to him so far.
And I think last year when everything was going wrong, the sky was falling, we as fans were looking for things to nitpick, like who on the bench is running the offense, the strength and conditioning coach, like just looking for things to grasp at and find a reason why the team wasn't performing. I don't think the assistant coaches get enough credit when the team's winning. And I do agree. I think Tibaldi was a home run hire. I love what Ryan Gomes brings. So like those two additions in the offseason were massive. And like you said, Tibaldi, like you can see how involved he is during the games. So very unsung hero, underrated impact.
Yeah, a lot of experience on that bench. And one other thing I wanted to say is this team takes care of the ball. They really don't turn the ball over much. And that is so huge for this team. They forced 11 turnovers and they scored 17 points off of those turnovers. So they took advantage of the good defense that they played. In Penn State, they only had 4 fast break points too, which you just love to see, that the defense is getting back. They're hustling. That's what that stat tells me. And we were awesome in the paint again. We had 42 points in the paint. They really didn't have an answer for Oswin a lot of the game. Some of the times down, I was hoping they would have kind of worked the ball down low a little bit more, and they were settling for some of those threes. But that's fine. I know I have been kind of tough on Hargrove. I thought he played some pretty serviceable minutes. He had a really big block at one point. He rebounded the ball pretty well. So definitely a step in the right direction for Hargrove.
Definitely. One observation I made about Hargrove real quick is coming into the season, I think the easy comparison was to compare him to Ed Croswell, like similar style of play. And the more I see Hargrove play, the more it reminds me of like a young Ed Croswell, where the talent's not necessarily there. You question some of the decisions he makes, but he's physical and he's just like he'll bully you. Like he's just bigger and will outman you. Saturday was probably his best game of the season so far. I mean, he gave good minutes. Oswin was in foul trouble early in the second half. So yeah, Hargrove looks like he's starting to come along.
I didn't realize he didn't shoot the ball once, actually. He didn't have a single shot from the field. I didn't even realize that. But he had 5 boards and he had that one big block. He had 4 fouls. You don't love to see that, but hopefully he can continue to give us serviceable minutes, because it looks like Kim is giving Oswin a lot of minutes to get a breather and kind of get him out of the game so he doesn't pick up any fouls, and you can have him late in the game so he doesn't have 3-4 fouls when you bring him late in the game. So he's going to be getting a ton of burn. And another guy we thought was going to be getting more minutes is Duncan Powell. We don't really have much of a status on Powell. We know he got hit in the face at practice. It must have been pretty bad. He wasn't even at Mohegan. So hopefully we can get some sort of update, because you can use his 3-point shooting, especially from the corner. He's a 3-point specialist from the corner, sharpshooter from over there, and he's tough and he's a big body and he can rebound. So we're going to need him. I don't know what's going on with that right now, but hopefully we get an update soon.
They're gonna need Powell at some point to give you really some good basketball down the stretch. It is odd to me that he's not, there, I guess. But I mean, if he did lose some teeth, which is what we've heard, then I guess that kind of makes sense to an extent. Recovery. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for Cole Hargrove, you don't really need him to give you a ton. You need him to give you serviceable minutes, to let Oswin take a breather, and to be able to, when he does pick up a foul or two, stay out of foul trouble. But another, great performance by Oswin, staying out of foul trouble, and really, 4 blocks again?
Yep, 4 blocks.
Nuts.
He had 8 rebounds. He only had 3 fouls. He was 5 for 7 from the field. He had 11 points. He's doing such a great job defensively of keeping his hands up and sliding with the guy, because sometimes last year his hands would be up and he would kind of come down on him, and he's so tall at that point, you're kind of hovering over the guy. And if he goes up for the shot, they're going to blow the whistle every single time. He's done such a great job. Shout out to the coaching staff, because I know they've worked on him with this, and that's staying dead straight up. And when it's time to go block a shot, he's jumping straight up and blocking shots. So that is huge for him. And you can tell his progression is going in the right direction. You just love to see it.
That's another thing, sitting behind the bench. Whenever Oswin comes out, Felton is just always just absolutely in his ear, coaching him, and a lot of it is positive. And every time he came off the floor, Kim was always just tapping him on the chest, like, great minutes, great job, great run, whatever, like just giving him his praise. And he did. He played a very, very clean game. The Oswin funnel, right, where you're kind of playing tight on guys, that's going to be a major key to cutting down 3-point field goals, right? If you can really get in someone's grill and they blow by you, that's okay. You got Oswin there, as long as you're really not facing someone who's a big time interior threat offensively, then you have Oswin flash, boom. Like, you're not going to get much in the paint besides, maybe a couple offensive rebounds, which I think we still got to work on the rebounding thing a little bit.
Yeah.
And not only is he staying straight up, Saturday I noticed there were a lot of opportunities for Oswin to, I think we talked about in the last episode, where he tries to go for that cheap block and kind of leaves the offensive rebounder, wide open. He was staying on the floor on certain looks where I'm like, oh, this is one of those shots Oswin's going to try and get a cheap block and jump up and snag it. So, staying with his man when that ball goes up and there's like a very low chance he gets his hand on it. But even in the shots he doesn't block, Oswin does a great job of just affecting it. Like, you'll see a guard get into a lane and go to throw up a floater, and he sees Oswin, and that shot is 2 feet higher than he anticipated.
Right.
All of a sudden, that whole shot is messed. Like, his presence affects games. So just unreal. And honestly, you know what? I'll plant the flag right now. I think Oswin should go into Big East play the favorite as Defensive Player of the Year.
I agree.
Yeah.
Without
not only is he.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I was just piggybacking off what Max said, is he's not only blocking shots, but he's disrupting shots, and he's changing the trajectory of anyone that's coming down in there, because he's so tall, and then with his wingspan, you have to completely change your whole entire shot. So it's not, you're not going to see that on the stat sheet.
Right.
And then, we're talking rebounds. Ryan Mila, again, he led the team in rebounds. He had 9. Like, the kid's just been an absolute dog. It's just no nonsense down there.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are again, 1 year later, saying the same exact thing that I said last year at this time, which is, if Ryan Mila comes out of the starting lineup, I will freak the fuck out, because, man, that guy is just a basketball player. Like, he is the glue that holds everything together. You need a bucket, you go to Ryan Mila. You need a rebound, you go to Ryan Mila. I mean, he even is up there in steals right now.
Mm-hmm.
He very rarely, he had a little bit of a turnover issue against Virginia Tech, but you take out that game, and honestly, he's very, very solid with the ball. He is a great ball player, man. Him and Oswin bring a level of, like you said, you're not going to always see it on the stat sheet, but they change the game. They impact the game so much. Oswin, like, hit the block thing. Some people get caught up on the number of blocks, right? And I think Oswin is trying to get a lot of blocks, right? Try to lead the country in blocks. But he's not just a shot blocker. He is a shot changer, like you said. And without Kalkbrenner in the Big East, I definitely think he should win Big East Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Excuse me.
Mike, you mentioned the 9 rebounds. Sorry. Still got a sore throat from Mohegan.
Country bar, man.
My voice hasn't been back in 48 hours. Mike, you mentioned Mila grabbing the 9 rebounds. Not to self-glaze or anything, but if I remember correctly on the last episode, we were giving predictions. I said Mila 9 rebounds. He had 9 rebounds. Oswin 5 blocks. He had 4 blocks. Friars win by 11. They won by 12. I was just spitballing. I was fucking throwing darts just to
Wow.
make myself feel good about the Friars. That was pretty damn close. I did say Jason Edwards, I think 25 points, and he had an off shooting night, but
It's
I should
impressive.
have put money on that, man.
I was going to say, we might have to start riding the hot hand right now with you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Looking at some of the team statistics, the leaders here, Mela's leading the team in steals right now with 9. And then as far as rebounds go, Oswin's averaging 8.5 a game. Mela's averaging 7.2 rebounds a game. On the defensive end, offensive rebounds, Oswin has 17. Hargrove has 10, Mela has 9. Defensive rebounds, Mela has 34, and Oswin also has 34. So he's right there with Oswin in just about every one of these categories. And then to see him leading the team with steals with 9, that's great.
Yeah, that is going to be Oswin's one thing. If he doesn't clean up, is rebounding on the defensive end. There's really no reason that he should be tied with Mela. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing or it's an indicator of anything, but we've all watched the games. We know that this team does have a little bit of a defensive rebounding issue. We've given up a lot of offensive rebounds. And I do think we've talked about it. It's part of the shot blocking attempts from Oswin, but he's got to clean that up just a little bit. Besides that, I think he will be a very complete player down the stretch.
Definitely. Mila's been like our pseudo 4. Another guy who I thought was going to be like a makeshift kind of hybrid 3-4 was Jameer Jones. And I think Jameer Jones is a stud. Like, the talent's obviously there, but his minutes numbers are relatively low. I think he's only had one game to this point over 15 minutes, which is interesting to me because there's been so many situations late in the game where I'm like, you need Jameer on the floor, whether it's, on ball defense, some guys torching you, Neoclis of Dallas, or you just need some sort of athleticism. You need to get a break started. You need a little juice. Jameer Jones, I don't think has even logged a minute in like the last 5 minutes of a meaningful game yet this year.
Yeah, he's logged 108 total minutes. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 7th on the team in minutes with 108. Jason Edwards is leading the team in minutes with 173. Vox is right behind him with 160. But yeah, you go back to the VOD Tech game, Jones wasn't getting, that many meaningful minutes. And same thing against Penn State. You didn't see him much. But I will say he's not sitting on the bench and pouting. You saw him up cheering for his teammates every single play. And that speaks volumes to what kind of teammate he is. And he's not sitting on the bench and getting upset he's not getting these minutes. He's gonna get his minutes, but it's really great to see him continually cheering for his teammates and getting excited on the bench.
And I think if this were last year, I'll be quick, Leb. Sorry. I feel like if this were last year, it would be like almost the norm to pout and just like be a crybaby bitch about it. I feel like that was a very common theme last year.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Jameer, like when you look at Jameer and the progression he will probably take, he's more than likely going to be the best player on a college basketball team at some point in his career. It's not going to be this year, but I do think Jameer Jones is not impervious to criticism. I do feel like sometimes there's a few missed assignments on defense that can lead to open buckets. I think he, is when he gets the ball in a certain position, I think he's going to drive 100% of the time. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but you might not always want that down the stretch, right? You might want to look for a little bit of a better shot. Jameer also has it. I mean, his free throw shooting, how is his free throw shooting, Ben? Do you have the numbers up?
Yeah, his free throw percentage is standby.
He's shooting 60%.
60% from He's had 10. He's 6 for 10 total.
All right. I mean, that's a pretty small sample size, but if he's not, if he's not at 75 and up, then the whole like driving the basket head down thing every time, if he does draw a foul, that might not be the most efficient way for the offense to run. I think Jameer, like 20 minutes a game is good. You know, I'm happy if he plays 20 minutes. He probably got close to that against Penn State though. Like what, 17, 18?
13.
He's averaging 18 minutes a game. I don't know why I was saying the exact number of minutes. No, he's averaging 18 minutes a game. Jones is, but he's also the third, has the third highest field goal percentage on the team with 62%. Granted, a lot of his shots are around the basket and he's dunking the basketball, but yeah, I mean 62% from the field. You know, when he's in there and he's shooting the ball, a majority of the time he's putting the ball in the basket, which is a good sign. But the 3-point shot, I think he's still working on it. And like you said, Leb, about free throws, I think, you know, having a guy in there that could go to the basket and he's not going to guarantee you he's going to hit you free throws late in the game could be the reason for, you know, not being in there late in some of these games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair point.
But nonetheless, I know, you know, after the game, I still saw people complaining. I got to say, I mean, you look at it and it's still college basketball at the end of the day. Like there's going to be some periods of sloppy play, right? We got to remember, like, we are still a college basketball team. We're a relatively young team, right? You know, you got Mills a sophomore, Osmond's a sophomore, Jameer's a freshman, Fox is a freshman. I mean, they have some, you know, veteran leadership, but a lot of these guys that are handling the ball and impacting the game are very, very young. So there's going to be some sloppy play. But overall, if you can go to a neutral site, win by 12 against a Power 5 team, top 100 in Ken Palm, then, you know, you walk out of there pretty happy. I don't really have much to complain about, you know?
One guy we haven't talked about yet, and I feel like deserves to be talked about this episode, is Jalen Sellers. We talked about coming out of the locker room in the second half. He came out on some black magic voodoo shit, like just jumping passing lanes, starting breaks, tomahawk slam. Just he was nasty coming out of the locker room, and he's one of those spark plugs. Like you talk about Jameer Jones, kind of giving you like a little energy boost. Jalen Sellers is that, man. He was dangerous.
Sellers' motor is crazy. Like he's like if you see him coming down the court, he's running at full speed, get the hell out of the way. Because this guy's going to run you over. Dude is jacked beyond belief. He can sky above the rim. This guy does it all. He didn't have, you know, nobody had a great shooting night the other night, and he had some struggles from three, but like, that's fine. He can, you know, contribute in other ways. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I am so impressed with Sellers. I love the player he is, and I think he loves playing here. I think he loves playing in front of these fans. And to see him go to the basket and some of these alley-oops and slam it home. We were just talking about Jones. Jones had one of the drives against Penn State, and it looked like he was just going to lay it in, and he just kept you know what play I'm talking about? He just kept rising up and slammed it. He had no business dunking the ball. Like the athleticism from the crazy.
I thought he was going to finger roll it like maybe like 5 feet from the hoop.
No,
and like the formation, and then he just turns the ball around and just dunks it. It's insane. He makes no sense. But I do want to go back to Jalen Sellers because I love that dude. And sometimes I feel like we don't talk about him enough, but ultimately I think that's a good thing. Like if we're not talking about him a ton, it's like he's doing what he needs to do, but he's exceeded expectations so far. Whereas like, you know, Vox has drastically exceeded expectations, so he gets a lot of run on this show. But Jalen Sellers, man, like this dude was made in a lab to play in the Big East. He is big. He is tough. He has an attitude. He can shoot just enough. He is just a downhill runner. Like he's built like fucking Marshawn Lynch. Like this guy looks like someone you watched play like when you were a kid, and he was like one of those Big East games, you know, like back in like 05, 06, and you come to the dunk and you're like, who's that dude? You know, like who's that dude on fucking Georgetown on Syracuse? Like, I want that dude. Like that's what he looks like.
I saw a tweet, someone comparing him to, do you guys remember Sean Oakman, that Baylor linebacker?
Oh yeah.
Identical. I just friggin' tank, man.
For a basketball player too. Like
I got a great shot of him. We put it on the Divine Providence IG in Twitter. I just walked. Nobody said anything to me. I just kind of just acted like I belonged. I was right up in his grill. I just got the new iPhone and I was shooting in portrait mode. And I got the best pics. It's still on our Twitter. Go and look at it, and you can just see just how jacked this dude is. And he was sitting there waiting to go on because he was doing the post game interview, which the game was on True TV.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there waiting, and I'm just I'm right in his grill taking a picture. But I look at him, I go like this. I go, "Atta boy," and he's just like, "Yeah,
Dude.
yeah."
What kind of black magic Steve Jobs camera do you have on that phone, dude?
It's the iPhone. It's the iPhone 17 Pro.
Dude,
Unreal.
that is the nicest picture I've ever seen, like, in my life. That looks like,
And I shot.
You could be like, it's professional. That's professional.
And I shot it in portrait mode, which helps. And I'll edit my photos and I'll add like contrast and saturation and stuff like that. That was just raw photo, fired it off immediately. I'm like, I know people are on, and the tweet did very well. I just said dog, and the tweet the tweet did really well. I also got a good video of Vox getting the MVP award of just the games. What Vox won?
Yeah, and
I was
thing. Yeah.
I was and I wasn't even where I was for the sellers. Like I was way back and I got the video and like the zoom on it was still, it looked like I was like basically on the floor. Like the new iPhone camera is crazy. So I'm going to be shooting as much stuff as I possibly can at the games and just firing them off from the accounts.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's just content factory. I genuinely, I think I looked over to Leb. I was like, it looks like Mike took this on like a $3,000 like DSLR.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just 5 inches and in your pocket. Pause.
And I want to talk unis. I love those unis. Those might be the favorite one that they have right now. I don't even know where that font came from. I think they wore those jerseys for the first time last year. I absolutely love those. Those are my favorite jerseys that they have. They're wearing the yellow ones like every home game right now. I like those, but I don't know. I feel like they're wearing them a lot. And then our regular home and road, like I hate to be a hater here. I just feel like the font is just a little small. I miss like those early 2000s jerseys when the font was nice and big. The last name was nice and big on the back. And the other jersey that I was hoping that they bring back was the gray ones, and it just said Friars.
I was just about to say
they don't wear those anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are the jersey guys. I will say the ones I wore, those are my favorite jerseys.
Yep.
You know, for me, like I like a nice jersey. I like when my team is wearing a nice jersey, but I really like. I don't care if they wear, you know, fucking. I don't know. I don't even have a good analogy. Usually I do. I don't care what they wear, man. I just want W's.
I'm such a jersey guy.
I know. I love it. I love it. You guys, that's your corner, man. That's jersey, shoes, you know.
I didn't know how to feel when last year they came out with the it was almost like the Brooklyn Nets and Purdue fucked and came out the road jerseys.
Yes.
Like, you know what jerseys I'm talking about? The font was a little weird, like the numbers were. It didn't look like a Friars jersey.
Yeah,
it just looked like a black and white jersey.
I gotta find that.
It's
like not the one when they had like the huge Friar here and then the number. It's not that one, right?
No.
I think it just.
I didn't really love those. They don't wear those anymore.
That was the Friars in cursive.
Oh yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, I didn't mind those actually. I feel like they've been going with that cursive font a lot lately. The other thing, I was hoping for like some warm-up jackets. We don't really, the guys usually just kind of come out in their jerseys. I guess that's up to the players. They can do whatever they want, but I know you see some teams come out and everyone's got like a matching jacket on. I remember back in the day, we used to have some nice matching jackets, the button-up short sleeve, and it has a name on the back. Kind of like that when you come out of the locker room, everyone matches. You got a nice warm-up thing on, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I know I'm being nitpicky here.
We need to. I like the idea of matching. We gave away a sick black jacket to somebody. I think he was a student.
I think he was a student. He was
great kid.
We haven't even talked about that. The amount of stuff we gave away was insane, and it was really nice stuff.
Yeah.
We had at least like 20 items, right?
Yeah.
Like we had 2 Billy Donovan bobbleheads. We had 3 great stocking winter hats. I had 2 of the Selly hats we gave away. We had a sleeve of golf balls. We had the retro Providence jacket. We gave away a dry fit hoodie with the pink friar. We gave away 2 polos. Like if you came, like you were people were getting hooked up left and right. That's it.
Yeah.
Ton
The
of
trivia
stickers.
was a blast.
We gave away Bailey Zimmerman tickets.
Yes, I forgot about that.
They gave us those tickets to give away. Like, dude, if you come to a Divine Providence live show, there's a really good chance you're going to leave with shit.
Yeah, you're leaving with something.
Something.
Yeah. And the Bailey Zimmerman tickets, they just kind of like walked over halfway through, and they were just like slapped a little note on the table, just like 2 Bailey Zimmerman tickets. I was like, damn, all right,
dude. The employees loved it. They were like, this was like a really good time. Like we love this. I had 2 employees come up to me after that worked at Sportsbook. And they're like, dude, you guys crushed it. Like this was fun. Like I had fun watching you guys.
I had a blast. I will admit when we got there, it was already packed. So it's like Saturday afternoon. There's other people that are there that aren't there for us, and they're there just to like, be at the sports book. And I'm like, I look at Lev, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people here. And I'm like, it's still 45 minutes till we go on. And like a majority of our fans aren't even here yet. Then 2:30 rolls around, and it's like people are up on the meds. The bar, I guess people were telling me you couldn't even get a drink at the bar. There were so many people over there you couldn't move. Then there was all of our people, all of your friends, all of my friends, all had like the couches in front. People were behind that. And I was like, when I first got up there, I was like, I had a little butterflies at the beginning. I've like done that a million times, but even still, like I still get like some of the jitters, and I'm like, there's a lot of people watching us right now. What do you think the number was of eyeballs?
I don't know, but I just want to say you did fucking awesome, and you really you bailed us out, because it was just me and Mac up there just talking, like, making jokes, the same jokes we made like 100 fucking times. We would have been in trouble, man. We would have been in trouble.
I thought everybody was great. I fucked up a couple times. I don't want to embarrass myself, and I already I'm so mad at myself for how I fucked up. I'm not going to out myself right here. Hopefully no one realized. I'm like losing sleep over how bad I fucked up, but I'm not going to put it out into the abyss right now.
It wasn't anything that bad. It wasn't anything that bad.
No, it was horrible. I'm like, I haven't stopped thinking about it yet. It was so my wires got like insanely crossed. But again, I'm not going to out myself because that's how embarrassed I am. I don't think anyone picked up on it besides you guys. But no, I thought you guys were awesome. And it was really, all it was just throwing a lob up. And I was just hoping you guys were going to come down and slam it. And every single time you guys just absolutely slam dunked it. And I thought we talked some good ball. We had fun. We did the trivia. We had Timmy Hughes come up from the ticket office. He talked about some events coming up. So yeah, I think we were clicking on all cylinders. That was awesome. We've already had a couple bars reach out to us to do it in Providence. We won't say which one. So we're trying to work on that. So, be ready for the next one.
Yeah, Mike, I was going to say, you're beating yourself up over something that's whatever. Like no one's going to think about it. Like, no one even probably noticed it. The beauty of it is you can make up for it because we're going to have plenty more opportunities. That was so much fun, dude. Like if we could do that like down near the amp, and it's like a night game on like a Friday or Saturday, and we do like a 5 p.m. live show or something, like that would be awesome. I'm excited for, the next one. That's my favorite live show is the next one.
The next one.
Mike's boys were hyping him up next year for the URI game. Ocean Mist live show. We got to make it happen. I got
that would be sick.
Chills thinking about it.
They just got rated the best dive bar, one of the best dive bars in the country. Did you see that? Ocean Mist did. There was some list that was made, and Ocean Mist was on it.
No shit.
I didn't see that, but that doesn't surprise me. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
St. John's just lost by 1.
Oof.
It is November 24th, and St. John's has not beaten a power conference team.
Mac, post a meme.
I'll post it right now.
Speaking about power conferences, going to this game against Wisconsin, this is already going to be our 4th game against a power conference opponent.
I know.
We've kind of gone through the gauntlet, and you look at some of these other teams, and they've only played cupcakes up until now. I really hope the committee looks at this and be like, they weren't scared. Like, yeah, some of the games, you didn't win, you didn't beat Vodtech. That game was tough. Colorado sucked, but we're not playing cupcakes here. We're playing tough games.
Dude, it's all about the analytics, and we're 62 in Ken Palm right now, something like that. If this team plays to their ability the rest of the year, I am very, very confident this team will be in the low 40s by the end of the year. They're going to have a ton of opportunities to win a lot of games. That's all you got to be. You got to be in the low 40s, right? And Ken Palm, I know people say whatever they want to say about it, but bottom line is, if you look at the teams that made the tournament last year, Ohio State's the only one. They went 17-15. So that's just a terrible record, right? 17-15 in the tournament is a terrible record. But they were the only team below 43 that was left out of the tournament. So you just got to get in the 30s, low 40s, and you're good.
And honestly, I'm not really sure how the movement works on Ken Palm. Like, how much do you got to win by against this team to move up by this much and move into this spot? But I feel if we're sitting at 62 right now, a couple losses from some teams above us, and you take care of Wisconsin, dude, you're staring down the barrel of the high 40s, low 50s. And that's before Big East play even starts, which in a weak Big East, you take care of business, you win the games you're supposed to, you should be a tournament team.
But the thing is, too, is everyone is in the top 100 right now, right? So, even the games you should win, you're going to move up a significant amount if you win them by 5 or more or 10 or more, Even the home games, a home game against Seton Hall right now would help us if we won, period. So I think we'll be all right.
It's a big opportunity for us on Thanksgiving. And you got to love our all-time record against Wisconsin. We're 4-1 all-time against Wisconsin. We're 2-0 at home, 2-0 on the road, and 0-1 in neutral arenas versus the Badgers. You love to see it. They lost to BYU. They fell out of the top 25. So we were talking about it before, but could be potentially a pretender, and we'll find out a lot more about them on Thanksgiving. But I'm a lot more confident today about Thanksgiving than I was last week. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like we're at a point, and it's easy to say now that PC has a power conference win under their belt. In all facets, that win on Saturday was massive. Having not seen a team beat a power conference team, it's okay, well, yeah, maybe this team is on fraud watch. Wisconsin historically is usually in the mix for a single digit seed. They're always solid, but they could very well be on fraud watch this year. They got just dick slapped around by BYU. Other than that, it's really just been bye games. So this is, maybe a bounce back spot for Wisconsin, but you just hope the Friars can kind of build on their last couple games.
Yeah, you just got to play with that same level of tenacity and confidence that you played with in the second half against Penn State, second half against UNH. I think that saying it clicked against UNH so far, I think that's true. The thing about the first half against Penn State is Edwards and Vox had a combined 3 points, and they were still up by 1 point going into the locker room. If they just were a little bit better, it's a 7-point, 8-point game. I really think that something clicked against UNH. I think they're over the hump, and I definitely think they can beat Wisconsin. Absolutely, this team can beat Wisconsin.
I think we're 3 weeks into the season now. The term must win has been thrown around a lot for the first 3 weeks of a season. I don't think Wisconsin is a must win, but this tournament is a must walk out at least 1-1.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that being said, you beat Wisconsin. That's a hell of a lot better than losing to Wisconsin and beating TCU. This is a must walk out 1-1. Otherwise, it's looking bleak. But a win against Wisconsin completely changes the narrative. And that's you sweep the Big Ten. And like analytically speaking, year in and year out, those Big Ten teams always kind of push themselves up to the top. So it's good competition. And if you can take down two teams that could muck things up in the Big Ten, you feel good about your at-large chances.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to put up points on Thanksgiving. I really think Saturday was just some off night overall for everyone, for the most part, shooting the ball. I love the Friar notes on the Providence Athletic website here. Through the first 6 games, PC is averaging 93.2 points per game, which is the second highest points per game mark in the team's first 6 games in the program's history. And the last time, it was 1990 and 1991, and they were scoring 99 points per game. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's
actually, who was the coach in '91?
I gotta look at this. They were averaging 99 a game.
91 probably would have been Barnes.
Would that have been Barnes?
Gillen was a little bit after.
It's a cool little nugget. The guy Kim used to coach under. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was Barnes.
It's not bad company.
Eric Murdoch, Dickie Simpkins, Corey Floyd Sr.
Oh,
I don't really know anybody else on this team. Marcus Bragg, he says he went to the NBA. I've never heard of him.
It's 90-91.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bragg's a big name.
Wow, I don't remember him. Other than that, I don't really recognize anybody else, but they were averaging 100 points a game through the first 6 games that year. That's crazy.
That's unreal.
And then to see this team right behind them with 93 a game, like, it's not a fluke. They put the ball in the basket. So if they can continue that and play defense like they did against Penn State, I like our chances on Thursday.
Well, and what I loved is, like, you see this team putting up NBA numbers, but they're letting up NBA numbers. You assume, like, all right, well, if you're having an off shooting night, you're fucked. That wasn't the case Saturday. Like I think the Friars started 4 for 29 from 3, and their defense is really what won them the game, at least for the first 35 minutes. So they found different ways to win, and that's really what you need if you want to be competitive and, ideally fight for an at-large bid.
Yeah, I honestly, for my goal for San Diego is, and this is going to sound sarcastic, but it's not, score more points than no, that's not where I'm going with this. Score more points than the other team. We get it. Yep. Score more points than you give up in the total 2 games, right? With analytics and how big they are. Like, obviously the team, for these guys on the team, for Kim, for everyone, take it one possession at a time. Don't look at it like it's a whole tournament. But for the fans, right? For the people who care about the analytics, Ken Pom, Bark Torvik, whatever other charlatan, that they bust in from whatever country. This is what matters. Score more points. If they walk out of there and they scored 180 points and they gave up 175 points, we're going to have a really nice weekend in Ken Pom. If, they lose to Wisconsin by 15 and they beat TCU by like 2, then, we're in trouble a little bit. So
I think you walk out of that weekend and giving up less than 150 points. That's a great weekend. That's a great showing, because I think the offense is good enough to win a game or two with that point total. So, like I said, you got to walk out with 1. And if you tell me the Friars give up 150 points in 2 games, I'm telling you they're going to score more than 75. So they should walk out with at least 1. I would just love for it to be Wisconsin. I do think it's a tough matchup. They shoot a lot of threes. PC's been giving up a lot of open threes. And we talked about how Penn State was a good matchup because they don't shoot a lot of threes. So this game could be either really bad, or you can force Wisconsin into an off shooting night and force them to play a different brand of basketball.
Yeah, just looking at some of the guys on the roster, they have 3 guys averaging double figures. The guard, Nick Boyd, another guard, John Blackwell, and a forward, Nolan Winter. Winter is also leading the team in rebounds with 10 a game. So look out for Winter. He's averaging a double-double right now. But like Max said, they shoot the 3 ball a lot, but that just goes right back to the 3 C's. And that's all about cohesiveness, communication, and camaraderie. So just follow the 3 C's, and I think you'll be all right. And you'll be able to go. It'll be a Thanksgiving. I'm sure the team will have a nice meal. According to Dan Hurley, we don't want to do that. We don't want to have tryptophan. So UConn's celebrating Thanksgiving Wednesday, he said, or something like that.
Yeah.
No, we celebrated on Thanksgiving. That's what we're doing. We're going to win. We're going to have some turkey. So isn't the team. And hopefully they can walk around, take in San Diego. Might be one of my favorite places in the United States, San Diego. Have you guys been?
Love
I've never been.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, my God.
I'm a little bit of a slut for a San Diego fish taco right in my face.
Don't tell me where. Is it PB, Oscars?
So I've been there, but honestly, there's so many places you can go, and I even like the chain. Rubio's, Rubio's.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Excellent. You can go literally anywhere, but Oscars is good.
Oscars is
yeah,
good.
dude, Pacific Beach is just an awesome time. I was actually there for the NCAA tournament when they lost to Kentucky.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was there. It was St. Patty's Day. Unbelievable time. Just an unbelievable time. Yeah.
PB rips. Mac, you would thrive in PB. What a blast.
As long as you bring
Especially on a-
sunscreen.
Yeah, bring some sunscreen.
Fair.
You know what also is fun is the football Sundays. I did it once. It was kind of weird for me because it's legit like 10 a.m. and Patriots are on at 1 and we're already like slugging beers at a bar. You kind of got to be ready for like the all day haul, but just an absolute blast. And
Dude,
the beach is right there. Like you can't beat it.
The California football Sundays with brunch that has bottomless mimosas.
Ooh.
I lived in California for a year. I used to do that like every Sunday. There would be people like crawling to the bathroom and puking. There was this one place that we used to go to, and they would have you would enlist in the bottomless brunch, right? You would sign up for the bottomless brunch, but it was self-serve.
Oh,
It was just they had to stop it after a while because so many people were getting DUIs. So many people were like fucking just getting absolutely just hammered. There were fights, like dude, people like puking. You go in the bathroom and just puke everywhere. And it was like a nice place. Like it was a relatively nice place. They just couldn't handle it. Like it was out of control. But it was a Sunday thing. Everyone went.
That's
awesome.
got to be
imagine.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead, Mac.
I was gonna say that's such a it's such like a shitty, like not shitty excuse, but like the fact you have to tell someone like, oh, why'd you guys end that bottomless brunch? Like, too many DUIs.
Yeah, dude, people were just getting corned.
Well, that's why they stopped doing happy hour in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And I know Rhode Island doesn't have happy hour anymore either, right?
No,
we can't have nice things. If they were to give us bottomless, imagine if we had bottomless mimosas before like a Georgetown game. They would have to shut the game down.
Yeah. No, they would need the National Guard. They would.
Oh my God.
That would be unreal. The Georgetown game last year, I think, what is Murphy's open? 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
By 10:30, dude, I'm slinging Jaeger bombs, like Irish car bombs, whatever. I literally, if you gave me bottomless mimosas, serve them up, dude. I'll tear them up. I'll be a dozen mimosas deep by tip off at noon.
Mac loves that day, man. He just had a smile on his face from ear to ear. The minute he walked into the bar, just beaming. And Murphy's is the spot for that game. That's I'll die on that hill. You get in line at like super early, like 8, and you wait a little bit. It's cold, but it's just everyone's in line. Just a ton of freaking Patriots in line, and it's just great, man. It's absolutely awesome.
Can't wait. It's going to be, it's not going to be like it was the last couple of years. It looks like Georgetown's going to be decent, so it's not going to be a walk in the park this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I know. We'll see. I mean, I have some really big questions about their 3-point shooting. I know they beat a couple teams, but the teams they beat look bleak offensively. I think when they face a good offensive team and they have to keep up with that pace, like they're not. Dude, Georgetown's not putting up 90 points on us. It's just not going to happen.
No.
But we could easily put up, 90 on them. Although I give them credit, their defense looks really good so far. That's an Ed Cooley team,
Mm-hmm. I do think there's something to be said about both teams being competitive this year. Like if you look up in mid-January and both of these teams are, top 40, top 50 in KenPom, that game on paper, you're gonna be circling that. Like the fourth Saturday in January, like that's a massive game for the Big East. And I think it just adds to the rivalry. Like the dunk was electric for those games the last 2 years, and there was really no March implications in either of those games for the most part. Like this year, if both of these teams are in it, that's just going to be must-watch TV.
Yeah, for sure. All right, enough ball talk. I completed the Holy Trinity on Saturday, which means a Friars W, a couple slices of Frank Pepe's, and Krispy Kreme. And that's really what it's all about. When you live in the Northeast, that's what matters right there. That's it. See, Mike, they went to Chick-fil-A. They got shut out of, what was it, Lansdowne Pub.
Lansdowne, that was on us for not making a res, but because last year we made a res at Tau and it was like the game was over. We had to get over there immediately and like change or whatever. And we were like, I don't want to have to deal with that. Here he goes. Here we go. Hold on, you're on mute.
I got mine too. I don't feel like getting up, but I still got mine too.
How about it?
I'm jealous. I didn't even go to Krispy Kreme.
2-day-old Chris. This is literally the last one.
They make it so easy to go to Krispy Kreme. Let's go, dude.
I'm embarrassed I didn't get crispy, but you know what I did get, and it was spectacular, and I went there twice, was Sift Bakery. You see that? It's like right across from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I did. No, I did see that. Yes.
Really good quality. I got a chocolate chip cookie the night of the game and a coffee because I was getting tired before the country bar. Outstanding. And then the next morning, I got a pumpkin scone with maple glaze on it. It was to die for with a nice cup of mud. It was dynamite.
Yeah, it sounds good. That sounds really good. Now, Mohegan's the best because it's just food and it's just walking around and it's just fun, man. It's just the best.
PC fans were legit. Everywhere you went, somebody was wearing Friar gear, yelling "Go Friars!" Like it was just an all-time day.
Yeah.
You know, the one downside about the trip to Pepe's, I think I was too drunk and gassed up on adrenaline to fully enjoy the Pepe's.
Yeah.
Like, I remember sitting down, eating a slice of pizza. I'm like, this is just good because I need food. Like, I understand Frank Pepe's is good pizza, but I wasn't like appreciating it. I was just like, I need food in my system now.
We also only got 2 large pizzas, and we had a lot of guys, so I only ended up having 2 slices. And I was like fiending after. I was still wicked hungry, but then I got the donuts. I brought them home, and me and the lady had a couple donuts, so that was good. Yeah, man, it was just a fun time. It was just an awesome time. But Frank Pepe's, yeah, a lot of guys were drunk at Frank Pepe's, and being completely sober, like I can really observe people. One of the funniest quotes was someone asked they were like, oh, where'd Mike and his boys end up going? I was like, oh, they went to Lansdowne Pub, and I forgot who asked it, but they were like, in Boston? And I was like, no, you fucking jerk off, like upstairs. That was you. Okay, that was you. You're like,
you left?
I was like, what are you talking about? There's no way. Yeah. I was like, the game just ended. They're coming. Like, what?
They're going to Fenway? Why?
Leave it to Mike, dude. It'll be at Fenway after.
Yeah, let's get out.
Mike's like, I got to go work.
Yeah, let's get out of here, guys. I've had enough.
Yeah.
Dude, that donut just hit like crack.
I know. I'm starving right now. Fuck. I wish I ate crispy.
We're almost done. Yeah, man, it was a good time, dude. Krispy Kreme Did see a couple Friar fans there. Had to kind of cover my eyes, my head. But I love, dude. I know the glaze is the best, but I love the raspberry filled ones. So fucking good, man.
Better than the vanilla cream ones?
Honestly, I didn't get any vanilla cream this time. I have had them.
Oh.
They're good. I'm that's not my favorite though. I like the raspberry filled. They had like a couple special ones. Like they had like an Oreo one. I got that one. It was good. But dude, the best one is like, well, not the best one in my opinion. The raspberry filled is my favorite, but the glazed is like you just hang your hat on it.
Yes, glazed all day. I also love the blueberry cake donut.
Okay.
Those are really good. The glazed blueberry cake.
Yeah.
I've actually never had anything. I've never had anything besides the glazed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Would you get a dozen glazed?
I haven't got it because I got the Uber.
Nice.
And then he left it in my car. I'm like, cool. I got like 3 or 4 donuts left.
He didn't want to switch it up.
I was cool with just the glaze.
All right, whatever.
Serve the purpose at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And
also, speaking, hold on.
Guys were
Avid was just my
off.
Avid was just my content guy on Saturday.
Dude, he was you need to have him around you 24/7. You had a hell of a night on Twitter. You were just like, and you didn't post anything. It was just Avid posting everything for you.
Dude, it started at the game. He took a video of me. I'm screaming and pointing at the ref. And then, okay, backstory. I had a fat spin. I won like $100 on a spin on the slots. I was like, you know what? Vibes are up. I'm testing my luck. Went through $100 on a roulette hand. Friar Black because John Fanta told me to. Lost it. And then I was like, damn, I just lost $100. So I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go back to the slots, maybe chase my losses a little bit. And he got a photo of me, and I looked miserable. Like, I just looked defeated. I'm sipping my Jack and Coke, and I looked like I was in hell. And then we go to the country bar, and he's snapping videos of me doing the Cupid Shuffle. And then, Leb, I think you had a comment that it was like Mac is an infinite content glitch.
Infinite content.
And Avid was just my content guy for the day. And I had no idea he was video recording me or taking pictures of me at all.
Too bad he didn't get you doing the limbo, starting the limbo up at the country bar.
Yeah. The belt limbo.
Yeah.
Oldest trick in the book. That's how you get the people going.
Yeah. And people were loving the limbo, the belt limbo. They were doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think all the more reason why we need a Divine Providence vlog soon, because I feel like when I'm out in my element, if I just had someone recording me the whole time, make for great content, and I'm sure you guys would too.
I know we need like Avid or someone to like, because we had like no pictures or video either from the live show, which because usually like whenever I'm doing this kind of stuff, like for Section 10 or Baseball is Dead, I'm the one who's doing all the videoing and posting and everything. But yeah, we need someone the next time to take pictures and video or like, help us vlog one of these times.
Definitely. Yeah, we need something more like that. We can get a little more natural content, like just kind of us in the act of just living, which we're 3 pretty interesting guys to follow around.
Mm-hmm. We need, whatever happens, we need a camera on mic during like a high stress game. That's
the guy. So the guy behind us, I heard him. He's like, "Oh, I bet Penn State in this game," but I don't think he like was a Penn State fan or a Providence fan. So I was like, "All right, that's fine, like whatever." But we were losing our minds the whole game. And the guy at halftime, he goes, "Did you guys go to?" He's like, "Did you guys go to Providence?" I go, "Nope, not a single one of us." He goes, "You guys are crazy, man." He's like, "You guys are nuts." I'm like, "I live for this shit, dude. What do you want me to tell you?"
I'm built for it,
dude. Our entire row, we had one guy in our row that sat in front of us that is a student at PC that we know, but every ticket that the Colettas got for us, not one of those people went to PC. Like,
yeah.
I know a majority of big fans that didn't go to the school as compared to people that did. It's crazy.
Definitely. I mean, we're so blessed to have both, and we do have both. The alumni are such big fans and big supporters. The local fans are so big. What we need to get back is the casual local fan. I feel like we're this past season we lost a little bit of that. The people who just come out for the entertainment and the excitement. We need to get those people back a little bit.
Agreed. And also, shout out to the current students. Like, obviously, the alumni is great. The local fans are great.
Yeah,
the students have been killing it this year. Like,
Yeah.
we were talking about the live show. You got a whole pack of students in the corner of the bar over there.
They were awesome.
Just screaming the whole time. I'm like, dude, these guys are electric. They came up after we started bullshitting with them. I love the overalls and the hard hats. That is
badass.
Bring back the hard hats. The overalls are becoming a thing now. I love it. Shout out to the student section.
And we gave two of the students, two girls, we gave them the FanDuel chains, and then they ended up flipping it around and putting the Divine Providence stickers on it. And she was on the broadcast too.
That was awesome.
And somebody got it. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah, that was awesome. She answered a trivia question as well. Good
Yeah,
sport.
yeah. She won the dry fit hoodie, and it was a pink Friar. I think it was probably for the breast cancer ones that they had. So it was really nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's electric. We're going to try to reward the students. Hopefully, we got something in the works, maybe for a little live show at a very notable bar around campus. I'm sure you've heard of it. So we'll see. Hopefully, before the Georgetown game, the night before. That's what we're hoping for. So we'll keep you updated on that.
Hashtag meet at the DPP live show.
Hopefully, we can get control of music for a little bit too.
That'd be nice.
Sure,
they got touch tunes.
Some tunes.
Play around with touch tunes.
Let us get on Spotify and just kind of rip it for a little bit.
We'll have to get DJ Finesse there.
That'd be sick. Oh no, you know it'd be sick if we had Don Ducky there. If we had the duck in the building.
I'm torn. I'm torn about Don.
Why?
Because the season Don came into play, I thought it was dope. But the season that ensued after Dawn came into play, I'm a little stitious. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
But they won the one game he was at, though, right?
Yeah, but
so it could have been because he wasn't there.
Yeah,
could be. Then the general manager of the AMP then body slammed him.
A lot of that going on.
Wait, he got body slammed too?
No.
Oh. You had me for a second. I'm not going to lie. It's late.
The dog? You thought he body slammed the dog?
No, I thought you meant the guy who
No, I said Dawn.
Oh.
The guy, I interviewed him last year on this show.
Yep.
They're everywhere. Like I saw a video that the duck was in the club with Dave East. He's a rapper, and like Dave East is just like holding the duck up. I'm like, all right.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah. You'll see, dude, he'll post, and it's like such like family friendly content, and people like follow like Dawn the Duck on Instagram, and then it'll just be like Dawn the Duck posted up on like a stripper's ass. I'm like, what is this, dude? Like, what? Dawn the Duck. You're like, if you like, there's a Dawn the Duck post after 1 a.m. It's like Dawn on a fucking
Dawn's in the club, dude. Get out of here.
Dawn's just posted up on like a BBL and like a hookah bar.
Yeah. And it's like, do you know how many kids probably follow that account? Like, seeing like, oh, where's Dawn today? Like, oh, Dawn's throwing fucking aces at Foxy Lady.
Crazy.
Dawn
So yeah, I think that means we got to get Dawn out to a live show. Simple as that. Get the party going.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Listen, if it resets the possible curse that could have been set last year, I'll take it.
That's great.
Oh man.
Donnie.
Yeah, what else we got? Anything else you guys got? Well, let me just, and then we can head out because I know Mike's hungry and Max.
No, I wasn't saying that because I wanted to get off. I was just saying Mac was eating delicious Krispy Kreme donuts, and I was like, I would love a delicious Krispy Kreme donut.
I want you to eat. I want you to make some food. I want to ask though about the Thanksgiving plans. So what's the lineup looking like? Where do you go out on Wednesday night? Where do you go? And then what do you do on Thursday? Mac, let's start with you.
Bristol, Rhode Island. For better or for worse, it's probably going to be a high school reunion. But my buddies are coming into town. We'll be hitting the bars. I'll try to be well behaved this year. I wasn't exactly well behaved last year. Try and wake up without a hangover. My buddy coaches the Mount Hope football team, so I'll have to be in Barrington at 9:30 a.m. stat.
Okay, love it, Mike.
Yeah, Thanksgiving Eve, like I said, is huge in Taunton, and we've been ripping it for years. We either stay on the duck content. We there's a bar called the Ugly Duckling in Taunton that everybody goes to, or the PACC, which is a Portuguese American civic club. But I don't know. The more I'm talking to people, the older we get. Everyone's got kids. I'm like the only single one with no kids. Not the only one, but. So I don't know. I'm not getting good feedback here from the Taunton folks about going out. I don't know. That might be it for me. I might be going home, having a couple Michelobs with Storm. Maybe me and him will go to the Italian club, play some Keno, and call it a night. And then we have Thanksgiving at our house. We got my whole mom's side of the family comes over, and we'll hang out, watch the game. I'll piss everybody off, and have some dessert.
That sounds awesome. If dude, the social club with fucking Storm, a couple beers, that sounds electric, honestly.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, you guys would love some of these.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I used to go out Thanksgiving Eve, but that used to be like my Super Bowl in my early 20s, and like mid 20s even. You're like just so fired up to go out, and then now it's just like I don't want to see random people from high school, man. I don't really care enough, and I don't know. I just don't really feel like going out. Obviously, like my situation is a little different, but in normal year, like whatever. I just kind of just over it, Thanksgiving though, I love Thanksgiving. It's probably my favorite holiday. Christmas is close, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but yeah, man, you just with the fam. Chilling. My girlfriend's gonna be working, so wait for her to get out of work, and then I'll go over to my sister's house a little bit. Then me and my girlfriend will have a little Thanksgiving here, watch some college hoops. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. We are on Black Friday having an unofficial. This is the first. It's been announced. First time it's been announced. Unofficial watch party at JJ Foley's. So unofficial, right? I just texted the guy actually just now. So I think that's what we're going to do. So if anyone is in the area, Friday, the game, we don't know exactly what time we're going to play, but come to JJ Foley's, hang out with the boys, and we'll have a good time for sure.
I might meet you over there on Friday.
Absolutely. You're invited, pal. You're on the guest list.
Because they won one of the best pours for Guinness in the whole entire United States. They might even won the best, I think.
The best. Number one.
The best, number one.
They upgraded the TVs. I didn't mean to jump in and butt in, but that was one of your criticisms. They actually did tell me they upgraded the TVs. So
huge. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll come with my buddy Adam or my buddy Fat. No, because I was like, where am I going to watch the game? My dad will probably be pissed if I leave him, but I kind of want some Guinness, honestly.
You're going to be watching it with him on Thursday at least, and then if you want to come Friday,
It'd be hilarious if he comes all the way up to Boston for that.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be electric.
Maybe he will.
I've never been to JJ Foley's, but damn it, watching the Friars take down the defending national champs would be a hell of a first time.
That'd be awesome. With all Friar fans too. It's that place is always just Friar sickos, like the real Friar sickos that go there.
Love it.
Not to drop any names, but there are a couple guys that, I know personally that go there, and they're just absolutely sick and twisted Friar fans, like need help. So
I watched the URI game there last year, and I fucking stormed. I didn't say bye to anybody. Just stormed out of there immediately.
That was brutal.
Sucked.
Yeah, I went to the URI game last year, but I was going to go. They wanted me to go. I was going to go, but I decided to go to the URI game instead. I did watch the Oklahoma game there, and that was a frustrating watch. 2-point game.
Reverse the curse.
Yeah, we're reversing all the curses, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
maybe I'll see you Friday.
What a weekend. What a weekend, boys.
Yeah. Well, last weekend or this weekend, both of them are going to be great.
Yeah, this following one is lining up to be a good one. But this past weekend, like I said, dude, the emotions were all over the place. It was like you were just on cloud 9 for a good 3-4 hours. And then just unreal day. I was trying to go to bed last night on Sunday night, so more than 24 hours removed, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so happy. It had the makings of I hadn't felt that joy around PC basketball since maybe the first weekend of the tournament in 2022. I don't know what it was, but there was just something magical. I think the easy thing to say would be the energy shifted, because I think that's been kind of a theme. But I don't know, man. It feels like there's something different. My perspective on this team has done a complete 180 in the past week.
Well, I think it's the big three. I mean, the three-headed monster that this team has is legitimately fucking insane with Edwards, Sellers, and Vox. And then you got Oswin, who, I mean, he's going to be one of the more valuable players in the entire league. And you got Ryan Mila. This is a really, 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 really good team. It just comes down to if they can put it all together. That's it.
Play as a team, follow the 3 C's, help each other out, pick each other up when they're down. Stuff like Jameer on the bench being a great teammate, all of that stuff. Those intangibles, I think, is going to go a really long way for this team. And then don't forget, coming up against Fairleigh Dickinson, it's going to be Section 10 night at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. There's still tickets left. Come and join us. We're going to have a great time starting at 5:30. Hard hat. Starting at 5:30. We're going to be in the post-game press conference room. So before the game, we're going to everyone from Section 10 is going to be in there. We're going to be fielding questions. There's going to be a merch table there with all the new Section 10 merch, which is absolute fire, by the way. Have you seen the 99 All-Star game, the 04 World Series stuff? It's fire. So if you're looking for Christmas gifts or anything like that, you don't have to worry about shipping or anything. We're going to have the merch table. We're going to do, pictures, meet and greet after. Trying to get Tyler to do something on the court in between timeouts. One of the, if it's the shoe shuffle or the Duncan thing or whatever.
Let him shoot the half court shot.
Or something like that. So it's going to be a really fun night. I can't wait for that. I'm really got a lot of fun stuff coming up.
If we're up 50, then Milliken has to make a promise that he's got to go tarps off at some point.
He probably
if
would.
It's a 50-point game. Just text and be like, dude, the PC fans want you tarps off if it's a 50-point game. Or no, 30-point game. 30 points.
Because I'm sure you're going to be in there. Ask him at the little press conference thing before.
All right, I will. Because he does the
nips for trips
thing.
Yeah.
So
stop score.
Lead, he's got to go tarps off.
Yep, that would be electric. We're gonna get some really fun content that night. I can't wait. My two worlds colliding. It's gonna be a bug out, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. National Mike Eamon Day.
Yeah, it's literally It's Mike Eamon Day.
It's National Spread the Program Day. That's what it is. So put the program up on a platform.
Definitely, that's what it's all about. I want to see Stephon Vox killing the turkey leg after the game on national television. Just like Tom Brady. Kind of looks like Tom Brady. Give him the turkey leg.
Sneaky.
You can see it.
Repeat the Tom Brady turkey leg. Boom. Vox.
I can see it now.
He does kind of look like I'm telling you, like a young Tom Brady. He's got the same kind of hands and face and haircut. It's very He could be PC's Tom Brady. We don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The unsung hero come out of nowhere, light it up.
Yeah.
All right. So, Leb, you were talking about the talent on this team, like the three-headed monster, and you got a Big East Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about doing something, and I think I might have mentioned it to you guys briefly. I'm so confident in the talent of this team, and it'll become more official when we get closer to Big East play. I want to make a wager. I'm so confident PC is going to go 10-0 at home this season. I want to make a wager for every team, and I have to do something on the pod if we lose to that team at home.
Okay. I mean, we're going to be favored probably in every game besides St. John's and UConn.
I think so.
I could even see, St. John's, I don't know how good they are. I know we have a little bad blood with them. This is all that aside, right? They haven't really impressed me that much. So I could see that game being kind of like a pick 'em, even,
But yeah, I don't know. If it's like Villanova, I just got to spend the entire pod eating a cheesesteak or something, or UConn.
Oh no, a cheesesteak.
Or UConn, I got to dress up as a furry,
oh, no kidding.
like that kid who sat outside of games in the little furry onesie.
Dude, this is gonna be freaked out. Divine Providence freaked out.
Some sort of hot sauce, like Hot Ones. Just an insanely spicy wing.
See, now we're talking.
The spectrum you went from is eat a cheesesteak or dress like a furry is the most.
All right, wait, time out. Let me just give
there
a
are
little context.
a million things in between.
Hold on, time out. Full time out. Have you guys ever seen the Ohio State when he did that because he thought Ohio State was gonna have an undefeated season?
Yeah.
Okay. So every wager had to do with the team or the location or the mascot. So the cheesesteak, Villanova's a Philly team. UConn's the Huskies. I don't know, something. I want to have a little fun with it, but obviously make it content for the pod.
I love it. I think it's a fantastic idea. I wasn't trying to shit on the idea. I just think it's funny that you were dude, one episode I could eat my favorite food. And then the next episode I could dress like a furry.
No, we need to inflict pain somehow.
Yeah. The spectrum was just really geeking me out, but
yeah, fair. I don't know. I got to spitball ideas. I'm open to suggestions. I wanted to put it on the air because the brainstorming behind it could be tough. But if you guys have suggestions, obviously let me know too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Some stuff. I like it.
All right, you guys got anything else?
Friar.
Simple as that.
Looks like Syracuse might be back.
Really?
Who are they playing tonight?
Dude, playing Houston, they're winning at second half.
Dude,
43-41.
All right, I'm kind of excited for this Players Era thing. It doesn't have the juice of a Maui Invitational.
No,
but these are good. These are good lineups on paper.
Yeah, this is good. This is one of the best so far.
Seton Hall beat NC State.
Yeah.
85-74. NC State was ranked 23rd in this game at Southwest Maui Invitational.
They moved way up in Ken Palm. They're ahead of Georgetown now. They're 73.
Wow. 6-0 right now for the Pirates.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shit. Maybe we do have to go down to Jersey for that game.
I know. That's one of the drivable places that I haven't been to that I would like to go to.
Mm-hmm.
That is February 11th.
Yeah.
That's definitely a weekday. Just the dead of winter.
I know.
Rick.
I know. But I'm down, dude. I'm down. Anything after January 10th, I'll go absolutely anywhere. So you guys just let me know, and I'm in.
January 10th is at Georgetown.
No, that can't be. March. End of March is at Georgetown.
Oh no, I'm still looking at Seton Hall's schedule.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I was like, wait. Yeah, hand up.
No, it's all good. No, I'd love to go to that Georgetown game. Absolutely, at Georgetown.
Seton Hall 31-0 is still in play.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's sorry. The Georgetown game is the very last game of the year for us.
Yeah.
March 7th, 6:00.
Which could be cinema.
Yeah.
Definitely. Absolutely. All right. Well, I think that was a good show. I think we had a lot of fun. I think we're feeling good about Wisconsin. Let's have some more fun this week and let's get a couple W's.
Mm-hmm. Everyone have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at JJ Foley's.
Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you so much for the support at the live show and all season long. And we look forward to having fun with all the fans for the rest of the season. And hopefully this team, keeps on moving this way. And I'm going up if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music.
Up and to the right.
Up and to the right, baby. All right. Go Friars.
Go Friars.
Go Friars.